Thank you. We will have questions.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Her Excellency, Mama Rebecca Nyandeng de Mabior, the Vice President of the Republic of South Sudan, and above all, the Mother of South Sudan. Mother, thank you very much. Right now, we will open the floor for the question. And what I want you to do, please, have your question in the form of a question. It's not like you want to lecture, you want to make a comment. Let it be precise and ask a question. Specific, if it goes to Her Excellency, if it goes to the ambassador, to Honorable Minister, to the advisors, just precisely and make it clear to that to be specific. We'll ask question. We'll make sure post two questions here, and then we go if we have more time. So I'll open floor for more questions. For first question.
Hello, my name is Agnes Olwar. I know you asked me to ask a question, but I just want to appreciate Mama Nyandeng. Mama Nyandeng, you make me such a proud woman as a South Sudanese to hear all this, what you're talking about today. I am really proud. And my question is, like you said, women in South Sudan, they are trying to do business because business is being owned by foreigners. What is the government is doing to help those women to establish a business in terms of loan or financial support so that they can manage to handle the business? And this is my question. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Sten. Agnes from San Diego. Another question will go to the line right here.
Thank you, Mama Nyandeng. Oh, right. Okay. Thank you. My question, I'm going to direct to Mama Nyandeng. We hear about flood zone, especially in southern Sudan. What the government do about that? Thank you.
Thank you. That's really exactly a question right there. Over there.
Thank you. My name is Atok. I'm a South Sudanese and a student here. My question is, I think two of you will have to answer because Madam Rebecca Nyandeng, being the Vice President of Child and Social and Gender Welfare Cluster with Madam Atok, A-T-O-K, Atok Dan. So my question is this. Two of you will have to answer it because it concerns two of you. Currently in the oil field, in Unity or in Eastern Upper Nile, there's a disaster. going on. And that disaster had been there for long. It's not a recent one. There's what is called oil contamination or pollution. Mothers like you carry babies in their stomachs for 9 months, and when they deliver them, they deliver deformed babies. Some even deliver sheep that nobody knows what it looks like. And it is ongoing. With the current flood now, the oil residues, the chemicals, the toxics, and everything, with the fact that people are taking surface water, the cases have gone up, and it is so alarming. And the messages the world are getting from there are so alarming and are so dangerous. And perhaps it is going to affect the government of South Sudan once it is taken over by the human rights agent. Thank you. What is the government of South Sudan doing, the Minister of Health and the Vice President? Both of you are mothers. You have kids. Thank you.
Thank you. Trox Ding Bagot is one of the scholars. Sponsored is in Harvard College, Arizona State University, and it just came from South Sudan. It was working in J1 as a communicator with the USID, with the sponsor by the USID. Thank you, Mr. Trox.
Thank you very much. My name is Queth Yule, and I'm Welet Jonglei too, Mama Nyandeng. My question is straight to you. As a Vice President of South Sudan and a woman, do you have any plan to run for the presidency of South Sudan? Because I have seen a spirit of peace in you, because all the men in South Sudan are working for their own benefit, their own interests. So as one person that God has given a chance to be the Vice President in South Sudan, have you ever thought of running as the President of the country?
Okay. We will let our guests answer the question, and then we will go on if we have to go for a few more questions.
Yeah, I will start with the question about Agnes. What is the government doing about the women and business in South Sudan? Yes, I was saying it earlier that we have been talking about these issues. We realize as a government that the market is flooded with the foreigners. They are doing very petty business which is belonging to the indigenous people of South Sudan. Like selling things in the small market is the work of our nationals, not foreigners. Foreigners should come and do big businesses that you cannot afford. But now the government is saying to the Minister of Commerce, the Minister of Investment, so that they can see how they can empower the nationals so that they can go to the market. Our only problem we have was the issue of insecurity. So some of those banks, they have not started to open the issue of loan. But by us putting now our economy right, like now there's a stability of our economy, us ourselves, we are going to start this because we have realized this and we have seen it. And it was not brought to us by anybody but us as the government. We go to the market, even this issue of the prices in the market and issue of exchange rate was affecting everybody, even the president household. So we know and we wanted to see, and under my cluster and my office, we are also organizing to see how can we empower those women who were selling their tea their vegetables in the market, and they are affected by the coronavirus. We are trying, that's why we are knocking at the doors of institutions like World Bank, African Development Bank, and they pledge to help us. And once they help us, we will organize so that there will be training. We will not be giving money just for the sake of supporting you, but you are giving a training so that you are able to support your business. And there will be people who will support you and monitor what you are doing so that you go back on your feet. So government is doing something about it. And this is a peace, by the way. And if we do that, the peace will come. And if we don't do it, we will not achieve the peace. The issue of floods. The issue of flood is really overwhelming. It's a natural disaster like a pandemic, coronavirus. I think God is punishing us. We have missed our way. We left the way of God, and we are working on our way. So God is teaching us to open our eyes. But your government is trying, like I announced it before, that the government came out with 10 million to support the flood victims. These are short-term support. The medium term is to do the dike. Our partners, like World Food Programs, are also helping us with the dike. But the long term will be the dredging of the Nile. You know, the Nile has silted because during the war, there were some objects which were sunk. And then some places where there were no island, now there are islands because the silt come and go around those things and made an island. So we need to dredge the land, the river, and at the same time also we need to cut the meandering because there is too much meandering of the Nile. And then at the same time also do the river embankment. That will reduce the flooding. So this is long-term, medium-term, and short-terms. Short-terms to support the life of victims. Government has pledged 10 million, and our partners, this is what our partners want. Our partners are saying it should not be they are the one to lead, but the government should lead, and this is what we did. Now they will come in and they will support our victims. And we have been doing that. The oil fields, the pollution in the oil areas. Yes, this thing is a very, very dangerous and alarming situation. And thank you for saying that. These are the issues that I was talking about before, that we need expertise. We need you people to come here. The other day, I met some businessmen, the investors who want to come to South Sudan from America. They have different areas of expertise. Some of them are in oil business, some are in agriculture, some are in the health sector. But I was impressed with the oil expertise. I asked them the relation of agriculture and oil. And they say that oil and agriculture can go concurrently without any problem. But I told them that I asked this question because we have crisis in our country. Our environment is being damaged by the oil. And the oil companies don't care about the health of people who are living around the oil. So I wanted to know. Then they said that, yes, it is true, because our people, instead of taking oil as a blessing, they are taking oil now as curse, as you were saying it, that women are giving birth to deformed children. It is true. But those people told me that they can clean that oil spill, and that the proceed that was thrown anywhere is going to be a problem. So those people said that they can clean it, and I said, these are the people we want. And these are the people you should bring to your country with expertise that you have. Don't bring them when you don't have expertise like them. Bring them to South Sudan. These are the people we want to come and help us to clean this mess that created by those people, and especially Chinese. They don't care. Even we have our engineers in the field. They don't use them. They don't want to give them knowledge. They just use them as laborers. They are not giving them knowledge and a skill so that whenever they leave, those people can be able to do something. So we as a government, we know this and we are talking about it, and it was discussed in the cabinet and presidency. So you rest assured that we are doing that, and it will be done. And we will need, like Americans, our friends. These are our friends, and these are the people who help us. And South Sudan, baby South Sudan was by Americans. So when I talked to them, I told them, we want you back. Yes, we made mistakes, but we want to open a new page. So you have to come. Okay, there is in crisis in South Sudan, yes. But when you start coming, then this thing, people will open their eyes and they will say that, okay, I'm being left behind. Let me put my guns down and start to participate in development of my country. So we are working on that. The last question is, I know. You know, somebody asked me from this side about whether I want to run for the country. You know, ambition can kill people. You know, you don't need to be ambitious. You know that. If you can criticize me, I'm vice president here. And if I dream and say that I want to be the president, what will you do? But you will traumatize me, say, so you are killing my dream before I start dreaming. So I don't want it to be, this one is a high stage that you people have given me. And I thank my God for that. And I want it to finish well. And I want to use it. I wanted to use it to the best of my ability to help to serve you. I'm a servant. This position I'm in is not a prestige. I'm a servant of the people. If I can do it to the best of my ability, and I'm your mother. But next time is you. It's your turn to be the president, but I have not started dreaming about it. I just wanted to let you know. And I will not dream your dream. I will relate my own dream. Thank you. But thank you for asking that question so that these men can hear that there is one person who is thinking for a woman to run for the leadership. And also these women also will start dreaming now when the men are talking about it. Mushkida? Thank you. MC, can I say this? I just need only 2 questions. Oh, yes. Yeah, she wanted to say something. We were asked, 2 of us before, about the issue of oil. But let me say this before she said. I will take only 2 questions. And that's it. Because if you people wanted us to talk, you would have come earlier. But you did not want to come earlier. Also, I wanted to put my imposement that only 2 questions and we are finished. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Her Excellency. From the young man Atuk, you asked, and I think the question has already been covered by First Vice President. Yeah. Oh, it's a God work, so don't kill us with this one. I don't know why it's like this. Oh my God. But anyhow, I will not withdraw it. You never know. So, okay then. What I would add into this, these environmental issues in oil field is a concern of all of us. It's not only the deformed children. Now even the cancers, it become now too much around in South Sudan. And also you connect to all these unfilthy what they call unhealthy environment. So you heard already, the government is doing all it can, to stabilize this issue here. But there is a say, sometime, I don't know, as Vice President put it earlier on, because there is some word sometimes will not be sweet if you put it on other language. So in Dinka, there is no mulaha, buku nice without salt. What I meant is this. If we want really us to be healthy, especially in the area that we are talking here of the ill environment caused in oil field, we have to put our people to work in that field so that they can really study and they would know and they would do the good thing for the people of South Sudan. Now, it is Ajanab are working there. What they are just interested in it is just to bring the oil out so that they can get their money. And whatever outcome, whether it's good or bad for the people, they don't care about. So Mama Nyandeng said it already. In this field, we don't have our expert in it. They only use them for cleaning or just a basic, what they call work. So the government is taking it by, we are talking about our people, especially the experts in this field, they must really work with Ajanov in order for us to be healthy or to know what is causing all these problems. So really, this is what I could input, but he answered it all. Thank you very much for asking that question.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Aye, ni ali ke ye lwe la. Taneng tong dun ngi. Ke tuang do. Kini jam tuang do. Ingli de tong koi kok. Arabe kene koi kok. Tong mo yang. Aja dedi. Koi ja kwe. Ke bala we swalien tie e different man ka kun wal ka. En ka yin no meten. Anya na chi ma Nyandeng de Mabior ku jiban ana kiran ci garang Mabior te renan chol garang Mabior war jogen ke we ene chola lomken ke chur ken ene chola ina babe ci nandet a chi miet ko a chi bot chok a ci lo miet kwa ke duk riam miet kwa e nang alam kan a yin nyali yo riam miet kwa kuna garang Mabior dan ke en miet kwa dad for una lam ke ben be o ga inim lao a kin jur be no tie a o ka kwa jal dol kuno ayo ke ku dia to ke ku choku ke kain in ban ini che Nyandeng ini chal ki in garang Mabior ran war ci jal ke miet kwa man dia ci dong we na lar ne ngan yigan pur cha ba man dia tie war won ki man dia dong we ko ni jal dong fi e nga bu nam na ngen ba no na nga o ku le man dia loy e chwere chena chwer e jundu bi Sudan en bibi alam Sudan en bibi en ke dia o fe war bi ko be ong en kong chwet chut bai ten abu no lwal kan en jaden na riel wal ku le chwat ba sot kang chwat cho te ke pinich kwa chi nyali je ben gam en kin chi ogre lo en lao ken inan chol dictor John garang Mabior e masajin yegin bijal ke in en chol Teresa achana chor kwen panda e fan chol madinga ul ku fan chi atiatin fan chol yat kwen en nyan nyum lel en gom juer fan rin lo ale na pandia ken wajil mandia e bayen di luil na un la ko ban be ong ma shakli ci beretin pour sa ke ye ko jun ci ban be ong bi kyak ting e ngoy ci ro loy ten ko ci dong ma shakli ci ro ben loy ke wo grot ku jar kar kir ku yin Nyandeng anya ci taware we ong wat ci no ne ya ka dut ke toy ke tim bi we ka bra biata an ji jala nyanya wan ni kan ke yue này thôi, ôi ai diễn đau, giá coi là coi, mấy quả nó sẽ rụng, ai xin mấy quả, thì riết rồi, ai nàng ngắm cả đi, coi chỉ là phải coi nàng mấy cả đi, anh nàng ăn chỉ tốt hơn, cho mà uống đi, em mấy giờ bé, bữa cái gì bữa cái bé, uống chỉ lúc mẹ rồi bán phong nhìn, của gam lá của em chú quan bày ok vậy ta, na chỉ biết qua chú cái thiệt, cô bắt đeng nial, bí cô yogo, em bí do cái chuyện, cô lấy làm gì chẳng thiệt cái yoga này chứ thiệt mình cái là thiệt, rồi này chuyện, lúc cô cho cái area chỉ là coi ông kia, cả ra tìm chọc, đốt cả gầm, chuyện cả, em cái gì, mấy đứa mẹ cái nhìn cô lấy là bài bu áo cô gam ăn nè ra tôi nằm bar cái gì na chỉ biết qua cái phốt bán đẹp bị bài bé vậy, what ở bên oti, đi ăn gì đông vậy, cô coi chỉ biết cái đông vậy, bên cái đi, giờ cái bài, cô đuốc câu có chén, bữa biết cuốn chỉ đông chén hoặc cháo cái bánh, bà cái tiệt, chỉ là này cái tiệt, na garang Mabior tin, buka ganya ôn ni malah loyo cái đó, ôn này ôn nhảy loyo, cô mình tôi anh chín, chỉ anh yêu cái Nyandeng, em mà xịt tiền chạy cái cái mình dia. Lo legra andi chol kir mayar ala ka chi Teresa achana chor ala ke tunga madinga ul kwen ni ali ya ja ko ro pe pan chol nyam lel tung moya bu ka wa ja ben chup abo ten ni ali cho chi no man na che dor chi na nu kala na diang lo kan ni sai na ni ga galen ke na galen ken we ga bele ja fe mình kia nó yêu ya con vậy nhưng mà sự điên mình điên chứ đâu anh nó phô miệt phải Nyandeng mình điên nó phô miệt phải coi cái chân lê bên ngoài community chứ bên trên God bless you God bless you welcome to Arizona welcome to Arizona welcome garang Mabior to Arizona hallelujah
Okay, thank you, Mom. The last one will goes to Bolma Kur from Lake State Media.
Thank you. I was about to talk much before, but I have never been given chance. So and Louis complaint and from Texas. It's supposed to be you know more. Thank you anyway for giving me the chance. Madam Mama Nyandeng in Bati chan in Chijamun gal peace then in Yongorong. Gala we could book chok in Kubuk Loy Twin. And in this piece you talked about it, and we would like to know what about the Rome negotiation of Soma with the government. So we would like you to tell us, how is it going? Because right now, the country is divided. The Artigono, which is the current peace agreement, is going parallel with the agreement in Rome. So I would like you to explain to us about that. Next question. In Juba, I have seen a truck, a dump truck. So dump truck took a trash and went and dumped it in River Nile. And this one is roaming around Facebook in 2020. And there are companies that Junub Sudan government contracted to collect the trash and went dump it just in an open air area. And we here at you guys, you develop a technology at Chanbuk Bay. I myself, I develop a technology, Buwasaga Beloy, Buwasaga Batasa Sudan be a jot, instead being willing to an open air market, we have to develop what we call a plastic liner. So that's the project that we want to bring to you. Lekin to joglo juba bugya yenga chanoga ke chop big. Okila makate kwani. And because ten, I have so much.
Well, Makur was very smart. We say that it was 2 questions. He went and asked 2. You were very smart. Where the Mama Teresa? Mama enge jam ran ben this is enge jam do dir chimit ken chikek more tongich. E swal de ne ben. But kichira loy wo chinim rier chimanun chine luel ku doj ku wer tongich run ga dia ka bach kanam lauda ko wer ban en chi wo kek ku ban a chu ku wich ke ko bo bai cho pe nya wira na ka ben jem de be tiong nga rie ka bai so wo cha chu ku ting nan de ke chu ku loy chi pet that's why ya na luel un ku la dor kana raj ku ka be abin ya le be chok pe e swal ngot ke biti ku ka ngot ke be luy jobu ne koy wan tarba ya ke to ke de garang ma biuren ji to tuk ke ne koy ke de tem ku koy wan ke tarba ben ato ki man ta ne ten to ten wona ambassador ke ka koy wan tarba ku jela we cha ga be luel we koy to ten we je shahmar lakini in the leadership tanga kuma e wo to ten e swal muhim kacha bulu jobu mana ku bo e dor kana kong chok pe ku bu ko loy mandu ku mit ke diar ko ku rur ken ku ja garang ma bior ko lo tik chok kinu ku ki ka bebe ki ka bebe dang ka koy ga they deserve benang huguk be ka yen ke kana ro nang be ki ka tiok tok ki mit ka to ku ti ka chi dung e tuk mo inde chi to ku mit ka to ku ka pir ale nyale bin yale che piru be pio dut yen ran a che pio dut ya yang a wone lwel kan a che I dut yen a cha ka ting ning be che ka gur tok ko tong ene che koy ka nok o pir mama a ngot ka be luo jobu ko cha bu dung no man te ene wer ko wer dit chi kor ku in cha le cha chan bati na ye tong anya nya wan na ngiei even though I got road ke ne di to walk lakin wan en ben be koy ke wo ya koy dir koy wan ke to anya nya wan ke ka chi be arur ko so wer ke na be to ya kadien ba ya lu job what I wanted to answer here because Bol Makur smartly put his questions. I wanted to answer what we have discussed as a government. But what we have not discussed, I will not talk about it. Because this is government, and you know in the government there is sensitivity, and especially when you are implementing the agreement. Because there are many parties to agreement, not only one person. This issue of Rome, President talked about it when he was opening the parliament. That was in his speech, but we have not discussed it. have come here and had not been discussed. So I will not talk about it, the issue of Rome. But it is still there, it will be done. We know, and the president talked about it, and he said that we want everybody to come on board. Even now, the Magenis group, or Kitgwang, are in Khartoum and they are talking. So we want peace. But I'm not going to answer what happened to it. I will answer what your last questions. Yes, it is true, before when there was no peace, you will not come to South Sudan to do development or contribution. But now, with the peace, we are talking even with the foreigners to come and invest in the country. What about you as a South Sudanese? You know all the corners of where you can go and do this. Now there is peace. Unknown gunman has not been there anymore. And if it was that time, I would not encourage you to come. And you know, when there is war, development run away. Because this is why we want to stop the war and we embrace peace so that our children come home to start to participate in the development of the country. So in a very important. Where when a waste, when it is a problem to all of us, including our work. And we are going to see into it that below it, and it has to be done properly. You don't need to just bala painom. When you come prepared properly. And then you will be teaching others to learn that technique, so that also it is in other states, not only in Juba. Because most of the time now we are concentrating in Juba, as if South Sudan umbilical cord starts in Juba. No. We wanted to distribute anything which comes to the states and the 3 administrative areas. So when you come, give yourself time and be a teacher to those who are there and let them do the job. I will encourage you. So, Mafikov, it is only when you don't have resources, but we are working to see into it that there are resources for our people to participate in nation building. And we know that we are poor because we have not developed you. We have not empowered you economically. And your government is talking about this. They have realized. Naskutar, even your Vice President James Wani one time told me, he went to the market and he went and found that the prices were so high. And I go, oh, thank God you know it. I went to the market also. Market is expensive, so I cultivate my vegetable in the house. 3 years now I have been eating my vegetables in the house. I don't go and buy vegetable in the market. But then, by the way, I check with the ring, so I chilba jam mula kaliu. Mulang dia ya pur. Chika duana agar kana kada. So, you come. I challenge you to come. And look for me. That man, ran to inum kana tinga piat. Chal Michael Mabior, na ale ipen and me at the chinben kay and Louis blame, not me. So you are welcome, and all the questions are valid, quite very important. But we, all of us, have to put our heads and our hands together to answer them. Thank you very much. And MC, thank you very much. Was it the first time to meet you, or we met before?
We met many times. We just never talked face to face.
Shake my hand. Thank you. You have run this very well.
Thank you.
God be with you.
Thank you. This will bring our program to an end, but first I would like to recognize the organizing committee, the women, the men who have organized this and put it together. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I would like to call upon our pastor, Father Marks, to come and give out the closing prayer, and we will depart.
Now let us all stand God our Father, we want to thank you for this day. We want to thank you for bringing us all here together and for protecting us as we are here and bringing this gathering to a successful end. And now we ask that as we are planning to go home, guide us along the way. Send your angels ahead of us to clear whatever may be an obstacle to our way to reach home. Clear them all so that all of us may reach home safe and sound to join our families. And for those who are going far, those traveling tomorrow to Washington, D.C., and from there we'll be proceeding to South Sudan, be with them. Be the pilot to them. Let them reach also safe and sound as they have accomplished their mission here in this country. And yes, Lord, we thank you for everything. We thank you for all the success of each and every one of us that have contributed in this meeting. And so with this, we ask for your blessing on each and every one of us. We ask all this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Go in peace of Christ.